Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You do that. I always steal paper towels when I go to my dad's.
My
I got that on record.
My parents have an unlimited amount of beer. Did you get me talking about
Did you guys
the historian's
No,
gynecologist?
no. Well, now I did. I can. Do you want me to cut that out?
I don't give a shit.
All right, doesn't give a shit. Hey, everybody, welcome
Reproductive health is important.
to the... It is,
Don't
especially in
vaccinate
this
your
economy.
Hey, everybody. My name's Mike.
And I'm Matt. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast.
It's a virginal tour of the One Piece universe with the Straw Hat Pirates. We're not so virginal anymore. We got really fucked up this past weekend recording the cooking episode. It'll go up eventually.
It'll go up eventually. It will fucking go up eventually.
Jesus, we have to... well, Matt's going to edit
It's
it.
going to be like 3 hours. Well, it is 3 hours, and we need to cut it down to not 3 hours.
Nobody wants to see that raw footage. We don't want that raw footage out there.
We don't want to release it. I can't wait to watch the raw footage.
We got to do that. Let me know when you're doing that, because we got to sit down and do it.
Yeah, we just watch it straight through.
God.
We can just like
I'm going
take
to cancel myself after watching it.
I don't think anything is offensive. I think we're just going to
There's no way.
We're just going to die of shame and embarrassment for
There-
how silly we got.
I took my
There's-
shirt off so fast.
You
there
did.
are a lot of crimes against humanity, I think, that happened in that cooking episode.
We turned some chicken wings inside out and then attempted to put hard-boiled eggs inside of them and then cover that with more chicken.
I don't.
Did it work?
It's such a bad cookbook.
It's a bad cookbook. There's an episode we watched for tonight's podcast
Jesus.
that
Yeah.
literally gives you a step-by-step instructions to make a delicious curry, and that recipe is not in the cookbook.
A friend of the show, Christian, did text us at one point before recording the cooking episode saying, "Oh, you guys should just do this," and we didn't listen.
No, he didn't. If we were to ever do a cooking episode again, I would want to do that curry and nothing else.
Yeah, we'll do it in like 2 years.
Yeah. I think we need like a full year's worth of time to recover from the cooking episode.
God, we're never doing raw chicken again either.
Raw? Oh yeah, sorry. I just got my hands all up in that chicken. We're never doing that. We're not using any oils that are saturated with.
Someone might have been gifted some THC olive oil,
And someone,
which is legal where we live.
it is legal where we live. We do say that a bunch in the cooking episode.
Do we? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we did, but also me being Matt didn't think about being what's the word? Being careful with the amount of
Measuring.
Yeah, with
You
the
were a
olive
little
oil.
intoxicated, and
I was-
you were very liberal with the amount of inebriated cooking oil that you added to the fried rice.
I was measuring with my heart, and my heart messed a few of us up for an entire weekend.
Yeah. My wife may have taken a couple hits of the devil's lettuce,
Yep.
and then not knowing that anything had gone into the fried rice,
Had a
ate
whole-
a bowl, and then you said that there was THC oil in the fried rice, and she just froze and was like, "Shit."
Oh no! And then it was a race against time.
Yeah.
It was a race to clean up the house before
Oh God.
it hit.
This is a night. I immediately threw up all that chicken.
Yeah. Do you think everyone's enjoying us talking about that and not One Piece?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is torture too, because this isn't going to go out.
Yeah.
Maybe some of you, if any of you guys send us $50, we'll give you the raw footage. Venmo me $50. You know who you are.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, some people that listen were there in person.
That's true.
Can we? I think it should be I think we should make it a pay-per-view event that you can pay what you want, and we'll stream it on Discord.
Oh my God, that's
That would
pretty
be pretty
good.
We have to make the Discord.
Oh yeah, I gotta make the Discord still.
That'd be pretty good, actually. We could just be like, "Oh, you get access." That's pretty good. Be like, "That's to watch the raw footage."
Fun Piece
Yeah,
raw.
yeah.
Piece
To
raw.
watch the raw footage will be like, a 3-hour viewing party. Everyone
Yeah.
will get the link. You can all log in. Someone will, will
Yeah.
screen share the raw footage.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we can be there and do commentary.
Man, I don't want to watch that. I was wearing pants that make me look like the human equivalent of when you squeeze toothpaste out of the tube.
I was wearing a blue onesie and booty shorts that made my butt
Look great.
I mean, thanks.
You're
Sure.
welcome.
Yeah, it was. It also said "enemy of the state" across the butt, which I think I probably said that a lot while we were cooking.
It needed to be known.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed our audible recap of the cooking episode that will come out eventually.
Yeah.
The historianized basement is currently underwater where my computer was, so my computer's not set up. So as soon as I get that set up, I can start editing.
Woo.
I have, whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it on this. Anyway,
Should we just get into it?
should we just get into it?
It's only been 6 minutes.
I know.
We usually vamp for a lot longer.
Yeah.
I think I talked about how I could kill every single straw hat.
Yeah.
I don't know if
During
you
the
remember.
cooking episode.
Yeah, because I was gonna. that was gonna be my bit to start this episode. I was
Oh.
just gonna proclaim I could kill every single straw hat.
I don't remember that, but it very well may have happened. Did that happen? Did Mike talk about killing all the straw hats? Oh, you
I
didn't.
could have sworn I did.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
You want to talk about it now?
Oh, I just think it'd be really easy. You just have
Yeah.
to befriend all of them. It'd be so easy to kill all of them.
Just-
Maybe Sanji you'd struggle with because I think he'd pick up on it.
Yeah.
But like, you just poison the whole crew.
Just put it in their food.
Yeah, like easily.
I feel like you could. I feel like no one really pays attention when Sanji's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you could just kill Sanji and then like finish like when he's right about to finish a dish,
Mm-hmm.
and then throw some poison in the dish, and then be like, "Oh, here you go, everyone. Sanji wanted me to bring over the food," and then boom, dead.
It'd be so easy.
Yeah.
They just need some better villain. Wait, did we get a review on Spotify or something about we kept shitting on we genuinely need somebody to explain to us why Crocodile is evil. Unless it gets explained later.
I mean, we could. I don't know if this technically counts as an email. We got on Spotify.
Did we get any?
We did get something. We got if only I could find it. We got a message from one of the listeners, like you, about our crocodile episode. Spotify.
Oh, is it this one from Jill? Hello, Fun Piece podcast team. If you are looking to enhance your listener experience and boost your subscriber base on Fun Piece Podcast, adding transcript is the best way to do it.
That's definitely not what it was. When you post stuff on Spotify, this is like not great content to talk about podcasting.
Hey, the people need to know.
When you post stuff on Spotify, there are like questions that people can answer or ask, or you can ask questions. People can answer them. I think it was this episode, and people can respond. Here we go. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize for my pronunciation. Bashar Al-Jabari responded to the episode, our last actual canonical episode, episode 22, where we did the finale of Alabasta. Bashar said, "You say Crocodile doesn't have a reason to be evil a lot. Most evil humans in real life don't have a reason. It's just human nature. People become evil in their way to fame and power naturally."
Whoa.
Which, that's some heavy stuff.
Okay.
And I agree. I agree with Bashar. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
I
Well,
apologize.
thank you for listening.
But thank you for listening and thank you for responding. And yes, I do agree with what you have to say. It just usually it feels like the evil people have like an underlying like
Dude, there's like the thing
goal.
that turns them.
yeah.
Maybe Crocodile was just born into money.
I guess. Well, I don't know if he was born into money. Crocodile is just his ultimate goal is like world domination and power, which I guess is
Which is fine. Yeah.
it's fine. That's good. I just sometimes you want like the villain's so good, and you're like, I just want like a little more juice.
It's
you know?
definitely better.
Like Dick the Bandit. He had
It'll-
all that juice.
It'll always be better than Clodor,
He will.
whose
Crocodile's
whole
way better
scheme
than
was
that.
stupid, and his goal was just to leave. Gesundheit.
Yeah. Bless you.
I mean,
It's not on.
Sorry, it was part on the light. The light was on, but I guess it wasn't.
No.
I mean, I think crocodile. I think just being evil is its own motivation. I mean, if you're coming down to like the nitty gritty, it's like, okay, his actual plan was have Robin translate poneglyphs, obtain Pluton, hold the world at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Which is like that's just a villain. That's just
It is a villain. I guess I was just with like the headiness and like the stakes felt so high during Alabasta. Like and he just kept being like, but that's not my full motivation. I've got something else. I guess I was expecting too much, which is, I guess that's my fault.
We got a lot of origin and reasoning for Koza doing stuff,
Yeah.
but first, like, I think we expected them to have an episode showing what turned Crocodile.
I think that's what I was expecting, was like some sort of like flashback.
Like maybe his wife got a rare disease where she had to be surrounded in sand, and he was trying to find the cure for the sand disease, and as a result, he got the sand fruit.
Yeah. Or
And he named himself Dr. Sand, but it was spelt weird. Do you remember the time Dr. Anthony Chopper's parents got gunned down in a back alley by a random person? And then he grew
definitely
up
wasn't the Joker.
trained by Liam Neeson in the mountains. And he came back and he fought Buggy the Clown in the streets of Gotham City.
Do you think... I guess I would have just really enjoyed a reason why, A, he has a scar across his face, or B, why he has a hook.
I don't think they explain why Luffy has one in the show. Do they?
The scar?
Yeah. I know because I read the first chapter of the manga.
Oh.
And it's great.
Yeah.
Historian, you want to take this one? No?
No, historian's over it. Why does Luffy have a scar?
So, if I remember correctly in the manga, it starts with him standing on the front of Shanks' ship and just being like, I'm tough, I can be a pirate. Then he takes a knife and he stabs himself in the face. It's
Really? What?
there's so many good little things like that get cut out of the show sometimes, but
What?
yeah, that's it. It very much sets the scene. In the first chapter, you get both Luffy stabbing himself in the face, and also the introduction to Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates is them talking about like, oh, you don't use guns to threaten someone, and they shoot down a civilian point blank in the streets.
They're called the Red Hair Pirates?
The Red Hair Pirates.
There's
Oh
no other
my
redheaded
God.
pirates out
is,
there.
is Shanks' crew, yeah.
Wow. I think...
No, I'm pretty sure he's the only redhead on the crew, but that's fine. It's his crew. He can call it
Well,
whatever
it's like
he
there's
wants.
only one straw hat wearing pirate on the
Yeah.
straw hat.
There's only one white beard.
Yeah.
Or
So it's really
Blackbeard.
like whatever defining feature their captain has.
Red Foot Zeph.
The foot pirates.
The Foot Pirates.
You should find the foot fruit.
Do you think what happens when you eat the foot fruit? What do you get?
Really nice feet.
Just like, ooh,
Maybe extra feet.
everybody really wants to buy pics of those feet.
Yeah. Maybe you just become a big foot. There's one big foot.
That'd be fun. I like that.
Episode 131. I called this the title. We're getting into it. The title for this one by me is "This is a good episode because it's 90% Chopper." Background MVP, monkey.
Just a moment. Also, we're jumping into it. We watched episodes 131 through 135 this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're watching we'll mention it. We'll talk about it later. I think we're watching the next 3 episodes. 'Cause
Cool.
That's the next arc.
Hell yeah. It's a nice short one. Who loves a short arc? I do. It starts everyone sleeping. They're having a great time.
Sanji and Zoro head to head.
Head to head. Oh, mouth to mouth. Boyfriends.
They almost kiss.
Boyfriends, they almost kiss. Fuck. It was so close. Oda, why do you do this to us? We just want these boys to kiss. That's all we want. We want them to kiss. We want them to hug. We want Sanji to cook Zoro a hot dog.
Does he know?
Who?
Does Oda know
That he wants that
that everybody wants him to kiss? He's got to know.
Does Oda know? I'm pretty sure Oda knows. Historian?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Oda's gotta know. I'm trying to think if there are any specific like SBSs that someone tries to address it. Because I know people try to address other ships, and Oda's just like, go wild. Like,
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's the attitude that I think is great.
You're going to draw him having sex.
Yeah.
Who am I to stop?
Yeah. I like that better than fucking artists and people being like protective of their shit.
I would like it if he was just like, no, but listen, I don't want anyone drawing Bellamere and Crocodile kissing.
Crocodile?
They can be having sex. Their mouths can't touch. It's like, that's like, just like a hyper specific combination. He's like, you can do whatever you want with everybody else. These two, don't fucking touch them, or I'm gonna stop. If I see art of those two kissing, I'm stopping One Piece. I'm gonna kill Zoro.
You can ship every.
Hey, real time question for the both of you. I got a raise today at work. Can I justify buying the first One Piece box set?
Buy the book that's just all of One Piece so far. Did you see that?
I have seen that. Here's the thing about that. It's already out of date. Like so many chapters have been released.
Oh, that's
since.
just volume 1. I don't know. Yeah.
I would feel like, how do you get that on an airplane?
I turned down a friend of the show, Casey, buying me a $60 Tony Chopper fuzzy figurine.
I've seen those.
I know.
Really good.
I saw 2 of them, and I'm like, I could buy him sitting down or standing up.
And
they didn't have smoker. If they had a smoker, I would have. Yeah.
I mean, they have some good smoker figures. I don't think they have a fuzzy one.
Fuzzy smoker.
Could you imagine like an incense burner that's just smoker cigars?
Oh my god! I was gonna say, or like a humidifier, where it's just like he like occasionally just out of his mouth just goes, and just smoke.
That probably exists. That's
It's
got
an
to
essential
exist.
oil diffuser, but
Oh
it's
my
smoker.
god, that's so good.
It comes out the tip of his dick, and you can change.
What if you could interchange the tip of his dick and it's a cigar?
Historian, which One Piece characters are circumcised? Don't answer that.
Is there?
You're gonna answer that.
Has Oda answered this? Because that's even funnier if Oda's answered that.
I will look into it. I don't think there has been an SBS asking about circumcision.
I bet Sanji is.
Circumcised?
I know Sanji is. I've seen the statues.
He is. Yeah, he is. How about that? That's. I mean, it's fuck. I think Ace is as well.
I forget if Zoro was. No, he was blurred out. I couldn't tell.
He was blurred out. We couldn't tell him. Anyway, hey everyone, you could tell that we watched some filler episodes today because we are trying our hardest to not talk about
Nami spots an island.
Nami's sitting on the bow of the ship in a blanket while everyone else is sleeping inside for some reason.
Because she's on watch.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that stuff happens, but they don't like over-explain it.
Yeah. I made a note somewhere. I like that these episodes are just like a day in the life. It's not like big stakes things happening. I really like the episodes are just like, yeah, this is how their lives are most of the time when they're not dealing with some big event.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good.
Sanji finds some fruit.
Pineapples.
I said, where is Robin at this point in my notes?
Yep. Nami makes everyone draw straws, but then Luffy draws 3 straws. Chopper draws the long straw, so he gets to stay on the ship, and everybody else has to go look for pineapples.
And what does she say to Chopper?
And I don't know what she says to Chopper.
She says, keep her in one piece.
Oh, yes, she does. And I went, ah!
It's all hint. Nami knows.
She knows the
She
One
had
Piece.
access to the book titled
She knows.
One Piece.
She knows what the One Piece is.
She knows the One Piece.
She knows. And Nami is hyped about Measuring Island.
She is so excited about Measuring Island, and Sanji believes. Would you believe that Sanji believes that is adorable, that Nami likes to measure
I believe
things?
it. Because it's a thing a woman does, and anything a woman does, Sanji thinks is good.
Yeah.
But in like a Weird way.
Yeah. There's a lot of back and forth
Yep.
with Sanji in these episodes.
There's a lot. It's fucking. He's so good when he's not a fucking simp.
Yeah,
and
when
then-
there's no women around, he's great.
He's so good. He's good with children. He's sexy Mr. Prince, fucking sex glasses man.
I like his mint undershirt that he's wearing throughout these episodes.
so
It's a little
nice.
different.
Just a little.
Everybody's got slightly different clothes, except
Yeah.
for Usopp, I think.
Usopp's about the same.
Yeah, and Chopper. I mean, he's
Yeah. Chopper's on the ship pretending to be the captain of the ship, and he's jumping around being
Yeah.
like, he like turns his top hat into a ship's captain
Yeah.
hat, and he's like, Luffy, go do this. Usopp, go do this, and is like running around the ship pretending that he's the captain. And then he spots Nico Robin, who's been there the whole time, just like hanging out reading
yeah,
the book.
and he like reams her. He's like, you're an assassin. You're a killer. You're gonna murder me, and I don't want to be murdered. So I'm gonna go in this room and do science.
He
And
says some very hurtful things to Robin.
He gets very aggressive. I really like.
Who do you like?
I think Robin is very Zoro-esque
Ooh.
in how she just jumped on the ship.
Yeah.
And Zoro's just like, I like my new family. This is my new family. I don't
Yeah.
care how stupid they are. Robin's just like, well, I'm done with whatever I was doing. So I'm just here now, and I like these people.
Yeah.
And it's just a good time. And she just
That's
does
really
like
nice.
these episodes are her just like being nice to them.
And they're just being like, who the fuck is this lady?
I think she gets like the most connection with Chopper out of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
I
She
think
spends
so.
like this whole episode with him.
Yeah. We learned Chopper made 10 Rumble Balls last night. And
Yeah.
he's going to make more today.
He's making some rumble balls. In the background, Robin just walks in and uses some of his equipment to make coffee.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Or maybe this is the designated coffee flask
I feel like it must be both.
burner.
I think it must be both.
Yeah.
Chopper reminisces about making his first Rumble Ball with Dr. Kareha.
Mhm.
And then Chopper gets all weird and he thinks that Robin wants to unlock the Rumble Ball secrets, but
Yeah.
she just like thinks he's cute.
She's just like sitting in the background watching him talk to himself,
Yeah.
explain backstory stuff. And then, yeah, he freaks out. And then she just tickles him, which I think is the most psychotic thing she's done since she's showed up. Is just, you don't know them that well. And I know he's an animal, but he's also a human.
Yeah.
So you just can't put your hands all over that.
You cannot.
Um,
We see Usopp in the woods and he's lying on the ground. He's making things up of why he couldn't gather fruit.
Yeah.
Luffy's playing with monkeys.
Chopper broke the barrel of water, so him and Robin have to go get some more.
Yes.
That's
That
important.
does happen. Luffy's playing with monkeys. Zoro's pissed that he has to gather fruit, but then he just sets his shit up, does a dragon twister move, and loads up on all the pineapples.
Yeah.
And he's like, great, there we go. I'm good to go.
I wrote that Zoro murders the fruit off some trees. Nami does some chart. Everybody's just doing stuff.
Robin talks about how she was constantly repressing her emotions and she never got to smile. Just casually throws that out there.
Yeah. She's like, this is my trauma. Well, she's just so mature at, 28?
Yes.
A mature 28-year-old, as we all were.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Okay. Robin asks about Dr. Kareha, and Chopper's like, she really loves alcohol. She's a woman who's like a pirate, but is a doctor. Doctor, did I mention she loves alcohol?
Chopper describes his abusive alcoholic mother.
And then we cut back to a flashback, and Kareha is just throwing knives at Chopper for playing with medicine.
Yeah.
And then Kareha immediately after throwing the knives is like, I have febrile
I'm dying.
disease from treating someone the other day. I'm dying.
She's like, you have to heal me, but I'm not going to tell you how. Don't kill me, Chopper.
If you fail, I'll die. No pressure.
But he does make a medicine and gives it to her. Is it just Chopper's thing to make all medicine he makes
Like
with like a
gumballs?
nice little candy coating, like gumball? It looks delicious.
If that's
I
how
would
my
fuck up a
if
rumble ball.
if that's how my doctor gave me medicine, I would be totally.
I mean, they do candy coat medicine. But
Yeah.
like, if it was like a little crunchy gumball,
I would fucking fuck that shit up.
I bet the rumble balls are like lemon drop flavored.
Sorry.
You know he's gonna make them taste good for himself.
What? Should we stop making this sound? You think this is bad? Some people who know us now are going to be like driving their car, and then I hope they drive up to like a Wendy's drive-through right at that moment. And
I had that realization today. I had to leave work to get my water bottle out of my car because I forgot it. And the woman who was parked next to my car was on a phone call, a very loud phone call that I heard a lot of swear words on. It's like, man, cars really don't muffle sound.
They don't. No. So like us just moaning like that is definitely.
Yeah, like you're just going to hear, like the car next to you is going to hear the bass.
Yeah. Just, remember that? Ooh, Tony Chapo.
Oh, Tony Chapo.
Everyone back doing things on this
I actually
ship?
don't like that.
Sorry. Also, that one time you did that prank where you said,
"Hey Google, play We Are from One Piece."
Yeah, that one.
That one?
That I was in the car with Lloyd Sheffield when that part played, and it literally stopped. The podcast stopped playing because then it switched and started playing the song, and it was the fun. I died laughing. So
my sister asked me not to do that anymore.
Hey, Lloyd Sheffield and Mike's sister. Sorry about that. We just did it again. Pranked. Chopper, everyone's back doing things on the ship. It's fine. That's the end of the episode. I don't think anything else fucking happens. Filler.
Yeah, they have a nice dinner by the fire. Robin is reading. I made a note of this, and it actually comes up later. Robin is reading The Rainbow Mist.
One. Yep. What's it gonna be? Is she gonna read 2?
I don't know. I feel like because they talked about it at some point, it's gonna like pay off into something.
Yeah.
Episode 132. Maps. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. How's it going?
That was like the most played song on Rock Band.
I know.
It was
I remember doing like Rock Band marathons, and we were just like, why is it always put Maps like twice in a playlist?
Yeah, it's so good.
And eventually somebody would like,
Just a good song.
It's a good song, but you sing it enough times, you play enough times, and you're just like, Maps, I don't love you, like I don't want to sing because it just repeats the thing so many times.
It's true. Anyway, everyone's fishing here on this Going Merry ship.
Do you want to know my background MVP?
Who?
It's Bellomir's intact skull. Zorro,
starts Bellomir's intact skull?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. You know what's funny? She was shot in the face. It's not her skull. It's not her skull.
Well, in the anime, she's shot in the chest.
Oh, fuck.
In the manga, she is shot point blank in the
I
face.
thought she was shot in the face.
I thought she was shot in the face too, and it went like black and white.
No, they changed it much like Zeph eating his leg.
Yeah.
She gets shot in the chest in the anime.
Those fucks.
How did we both misremember that?
I don't know.
Berensteins.
The fucking Berenstein Baird thing. You know what that is? The Mandela effect?
Yeah, we all just have bad memory.
Yeah. Well, that's like I insist to every single one of you that the song Milk Lizard by the Dillinger Escape Plan was the song that played during the Twilight baseball scene, and it wasn't the song by Muse. I swear it wasn't Supersonic Black Hole. I swear to God it was Milk Lizard by Dillinger Escape
And
Plan.
I am telling
for
you.
the theatrical release.
And
then when it came out, they changed it. I remember.
And I am telling you, as someone who was a preteen girl when the Twilight movies were coming out, it was not. It was Supermassive Black Hole.
But as someone who was 19 years old when that came out and didn't want to be there when a song that I knew came on, I got so fucking excited because I said, a song that I know that is bringing any sense of joy to me right now, this is wonderful.
No, that never happened.
I swear to God, I am the lone time traveling person.
I think
I
you
was
are.
left in this Mandela effect mistake.
You went into another universe for that one viewing of Twilight.
Maybe I just hated it so much at the time that I convinced myself that Milk Lizard by Dillinger Escape Plan was a song. I don't even like Dillinger Escape Plan that much, but that song came on and I was like, oh, thank God, relief. Sorry, I don't mean to yell.
No, it's okay.
Twilight.
I don't have any of these experiences where I just like don't have a good memory. So
Hey, that sounds like a lovely place to live.
it's great.
You're not up at 3 a.m. being like searching the internet, being like, "Fucking, is there any theatrical release where the Dillinger Escape Plan song was?"
No, my 3 a.m.
I feel like everyone has something that they're trying to.
My 3 a.m. psychotic breaks are just me looking up the Street Fighter wiki and reading way too much about Street Fighter lore.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to find. Okay, so Matt's looking for someone to prove that was used in the theatrical release. If anyone who listens to this podcast can get me my hands on an MP3 copy of whatever the background music for the game Trendetta was on the old The N website when The N was its own TV network instead of Nick at Night, there was a game online called Trendetta and it had the best soundtrack and it doesn't exist anymore because that website got nuked.
Someone's gonna find it for you.
Someone is gonna know what I'm fucking talking about.
This is why we need a Discord.
Someone's gonna fucking know.
Anyway,
Zoro does some thumb push-ups.
Yep, Sanji does something nice once again.
He makes a drink for Nami to keep her smooth.
And
And then the boys are like, we want some so we can be cute.
to be cuter. And then a giant snail with a hatch gets caught.
Yeah, an S-car.
An S-car. Out of the hatch comes Rice from the transponder
what his
snail
name
mail
was?
order. His name is Rice.
I just kept calling him the Snails Man.
He looked like a pervert.
He's a door-to-door snailsman. He's a boat-to-boat snailsman.
He had a suit on and his face was like squished at the nose.
Uh-huh.
And his eyes are like shooting out on either side. It's like that filter you can get on Snapchat where like it squishes your face in the middle and then your chin and your top of your head are like, it's like a weird like
I'm squinting at Matt right now.
it's like a weird like hourglass shape but pointy. It was his face. At
okay.
least that's what I remembered. Anyway, he's a salesman.
Snailsman.
A snailsman, if you will. And he delivers everything. He's like, we got everything in our catalogs.
Yeah, it's mostly exercise stuff.
Zoro,
The guys are into it.
everyone's into it. Zoro's like, will you deliver these catalogs and things that you keep talking about on the ocean when we're out on the ocean? And he goes, no. And then this really close-up shot of Zoro's face. He's like gritting his teeth, and he just goes, okay.
Yeah. You feel like it was a weird translation that just didn't read. Nami gets some 1,000-year paper, or asks for some paper, and he presents 1,000-year paper.
Yes.
And she's like, I'll pay anything for it.
Yes.
Then Sanji tries to turn Luffy, and he ties up Luffy, and he's like, we'll just turn in Luffy for the bounty money so
Yep.
she can get her paper.
She can pay 48 million berries for this freaking paper.
He eventually realizes that it's Straw Hat Luffy, Monkey D.
And he
Straw
gets really
Hat,
scared.
Monkey Luffy D. Lee D. Luffy, Straw Hat, Monkey D.
He gets
Ace.
Ace.
Port ass Ace.
Port gas. Monkey D. Garp.
Big ass Ace.
There's a weird shot in here where Rice is like having an internal monologue for some reason, even as a character who's just in one episode. He's having like an internal monologue like, oh, I gotta sell this. She's willing to pay anything for this. And it's like, it keeps cutting back to Nami, but then like it goes from her face
it's like
down to
zooming
her
all
boobs,
around.
and then back to her face, and then to her shoulder, and then back to her face. And I was like,
He's like
what the
scanning her.
What the fuck is he looking at? But anyway, he gets all scared of Luffy because he realizes who Luffy is, and so he runs away, leaving all of the shit he had tried to sell them just on the ship. Mm-hmm. So everyone's like, he just left all his stuff here. And then Zoro and Sanji fight.
Yeah. Nami takes the
sorry.
stuff to go make some maps, and she's like, "Don't fucking bother me."
Maps.
Yeah, I love you, Zach. I love you.
Yeah, Nami.
Hey, hey.
Nami goes to make her charts, and then Zoro and Sanji are out on the ship, and they start fighting, and it causes a ruckus. So Nami comes out, and she beats them both up.
Mm-hmm. proving she is the strongest Straw Hat.
Yes.
Once again.
Absolutely.
And then we get a Nami flashback. It's Nami's like asking about the ocean and stuff and where wind comes from.
She's a child, and she's
Bellamere says the only answer, God. She doesn't say that. She doesn't say it. She says the ocean. But what?
And we hear
a gunshot.
We hear during this, there's a flashback of little Nami and Najiko with Bellamere, and Bellamere is talking to Nami about how you need to behave yourself because the proprietor of book stormed into Bellamere's home, and that fucking terrifying book lady with a vengeance.
I wrote book lady mentioned.
Book lady mentioned she's on a fucking warpath.
We are saved from book lady when Luffy they're like swabbing the deck, and Luffy fucks up, falls off the ship, then launches himself into the map room and destroys the map that Nami was working on.
Her precious Grand Line map that she had begun.
And it's like, Nami, that took you all day? Because it's not
that great.
I mean, it's perfectly fine, but you just drew a corner of the entrance to the Grand Line.
Well, hey, did you notice it was gridded, though?
It was gridded.
That 1,000-year paper did not have gridded lines on it, so she had to do all the gridded lines first.
She had a ruler. It doesn't take that long, Matt.
That's true.
I've gridded so much paper in my life.
I've gridded a lot of wood.
Yeah. Wood's just thick paper.
It is. It's true. Especially when it's laminated.
Robin is on to Rainbow Mist 2.
Hell yeah. Nami finishes. Everyone's napping now.
Mm-hmm.
And Chopper wakes up and sees a water spout right in front of the ship. And is like, oh my God, fucking, I gotta do something. And then she goes to tell Nami, but Nami's still working on her map. And Chopper's like, I don't want to disappoint Nami.
Nami threatened to find them all. So Chopper was like, I don't want to get fined because Chopper's still just an animal who doesn't quite understand. He's the smartest idiot.
Yeah.
Like, he's a brilliant doctor. Everything else, he's like, I don't actually know how the world works.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Like a idiot savant.
But
about doctor things.
Yeah. There's a lot of idiot savants on this crew.
Yeah.
Eventually Nami comes out, realizes what's going on, and wakes up the crew. She like commands everybody to do boat stuff, and it just shows Robin sitting in her chair reading still.
Well,
which was like very good.
Panicking.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh God, the water spout. And Robin's just like sliding back and forth in the ship, sitting in her chair reading. It was delightful.
Is this just Robin's thing? Is she just always sitting in like a beach chair because she's like the designated ship mom now?
Yeah, there's a lot of it's like shit's going down, and Robin's just like in the background, just like kind of paying attention, but also just letting everyone freak the fuck out.
I mean, she seems to be so on top of her shit. She's like, whatever. I've seen worse.
That's not girl bossing. That's like the opposite of girl bossing.
No, there's no pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
She's not trying to sell anybody makeup. Isn't that a whole thing?
That's, yeah.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Yeah, multi-level marketing is like the epitome of gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Sorry if anyone does multi-level makeup marketing.
I'm not sorry.
No, I'm not sorry either.
All right, well,
They
Get the fuck out.
Stop listening.
They should feel bad about themselves, probably.
I mean, like, get the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Chances are, if you're listening to this, you're not high up on that pyramid.
Do better.
Hey, we love you.
It's a rhombus.
It's a romp. Episode. We make it through. Nami's heading back to work.
Whatever.
Episode 133.
I learned what consomme is.
Hell yeah. I knew what consomme was. It's the
most pretentious thing you've ever said.
No, friend of the... Okay. This is a two-part thing. There's a taco truck that is down the road from my work, and they make delicious fucking food. And they have... it's like... I'm going to pronounce it terribly. It's called quesadilla or burrilla tacos. And it comes with the consomme that the meat is cooked in, so you can dip it comes like a little cup of it, so you can like dip the
Yeah.
taco into. Oh my
And
god!
it's just like a flavorful broth that's been like cleaned out using egg whites. Like it gets like rid of excess sediment, so it's really clear.
It's so fucking good.
Which is what the good bad soup was
Yes.
that Sanji had made.
Yes.
But in the cookbook, it's like
Yeah.
a stew soup thing.
If we had known that.
Get your shit together, Sanji's cookbook.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe he doesn't want people to know how to make the food he makes, so he did a bad cookbook.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would totally fucking make sense. He's like,
Right?
no, I'm the best chef. I'm not sharing any of my shit. I'm going to give you a fucking hard-boiled egg to put inside a chicken wing.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck you, Sanji.
And he's just like, you idiots, it's just meat on it's just meat.
Yeah, just get meat, you idiots.
Just cook
oh my
meat.
god, that would be really funny.
Because like
That would be a fun
the
joke.
big hawk of meat is just a turkey leg.
Yeah.
You just go to a Ren fair and you get a turkey leg, and that's what
Yeah.
they're always eating.
Yeah.
And that's delicious.
It's okay. It's greasy, but yeah.
The idea of it is delicious.
That's true.
There's no hard-boiled egg in it, man.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, so I used the word consomme way more than the word consume.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone
recently.
uses it. You have to consummate your marriage.
That's not the same word.
I thought that was a lot funnier than it was.
No, that that was I couldn't tell if you were making a joke or if you were. That is a fun joke.
Man, I just found out how little Matt thinks of me.
We were me and friend of the show Lloyd Sheffield were at Clown College a couple weekends ago, and there was like I don't know if there was a sign or something, but it said something about consuming, and I was just like, oh, consomme, and he just looked at me and was like, consume, and I was like, oh, right, that's a word. So I guess I'm the idiot, but anyway.
Background MVP is curry. Shit's delicious.
Yes, Sanji's cooking. Someone mentions the Iron Man of curry, and then I started to be like, "Bum, bum, 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 bum. Let's cook curry right now." Anyway, it's really foggy.
Yeah, foggy. I wrote fog, Marines. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's
Adore-
foggy out. The other day, I guess I'm kind of outing myself as a fucking dumb idiot. The other day, I've had my car that I legally own for 6 years. And I just realized the other day that it has fog lights that you can turn on. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I pulled this out. And then I did something, and then I watched lights turn on, and I went, oh. It was really exciting.
Nice.
It was a really fun, exciting thing that
Yeah.
made me feel like I have a brand new car.
Yeah, finding those secret features on your car is always fun. I'm sure I bet everybody...
Should have just read the
I bet-
manual, but it's fine.
I bet for everybody there's a little something in your car you don't know about.
Yeah, maybe there's like a little.
A surprising amount of people don't know about the spare tire that's usually
Really?
like under your trunk
Really?
or like under your car.
That's
or
like-
if you have a Jeep, you definitely know about your spare tire.
I feel like that's like one of the things that I would try to figure out first. So I'm like, okay, if I fuck this up real bad,
Yeah.
do I have the ability to get myself out of it?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I've definitely met people who didn't know that was even a thing. It's
Nice.
like, what do you think happens?
Are you one of those people?
No.
All right.
One time driving home from college when I was commuting,
Yeah.
a man in a Jeep was chasing me and my friend who commuted together
Oh.
and waving at us and yelling. And we thought we cut him off at some point.
Oh,
Didn't
no.
realize. And then we just like drove faster to get away from him. And then we pulled off onto just like roadside parking to like hide basically.
Yeah.
And then we realized we had a flat tire.
Oh.
And then he found us and he just went, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, but you were scaring the shit out of us." And like a whole conversation with this guy. And he was like the nicest person in the world. And then we're like, you got to find a better way to do that because that was scary. You looked so mad.
Yeah. That's
And-
like that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it was like I don't know, like 5-inch long piece of fence wire that was in my tire.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Nice.
It's my longest catch.
That reminds me of that scary story where like someone's driving home in the middle of the night.
And then
And
an old
then-
lady runs up beside your car, and then she outpaces your car, and then it causes you to crash.
No,
Oh.
that sounds
I
terrifying.
hate it when that happens.
I hate it when that happens. No, it was you're driving in the middle of the night, and then a car comes up and it's like riding your butt and like flashing its high beams at you.
Oh, and
then you drive more, and you're like, I don't want to fucking stop. This is terrifying. And then you make it home, and then they pull up behind you, and they're like, hey, and they're like, I saw like a hand with a knife, like in the shadow of your back seat.
There's another good one that's like that.
Ooh, spooky stories.
At the
Got you.
gas station, there's at a gas station, and there's like the lady's just trying to pump her gas, and the
Pump it louder.
the person at the in the station isn't activating it. She's getting more and more agitated, and he holds up like a sign, and it just says like, come in here, and she's like, oh, this guy's just trying to get my number. He's like being a creep. And eventually she gets so frustrated that she goes in, and he just like locks the door, and he's like, when you were at the pump, I saw somebody get into the car, and I didn't want them to like know that I saw it, because then they might like attack you or me.
Wow.
But that's like a scary story of a thing I think that actually happened to somebody or something.
Yeah.
It was like yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think
That's
about
scary.
that every time I pump gas at night. But I'm a white man, so I don't think. Yeah.
A white man. Typical. Sorry.
Nobody's sexually assaulting me
That's
unless I ran the Golden Globes,
oh.
or unless I met the guy who ran the Golden Globes. If you hurt Brendan Fraser, you're gonna catch these hands.
catch these hands.
Anyway, that
San-
got bleak. Episode 1. No, we already got that part.
Sanji's cooking. He's the Iron Man of curry. It's really foggy out. Usopp can use his glasses to look through the fog. They realize that they're surrounded by marine ships.
Whoa!
So they're like, let's just sail right through. They're not gonna see us. But then they see a little ginger Kobe looking boy.
I wrote a good parody title for like a Batman movie, and
Ooh.
it's just a dork falls.
Yes, there's a little dork looking boy in a
looks like-
chef's outfit.
It looks like Chucky Finster from the Rugrats.
Yes, and he's holding a big pot.
Budget Kobe.
And then he ends up falling off the ship. And then Robin's like, I got him, and makes an arm come out from the marine ship.
A lot
and
of
catches
arms.
him. And then they have the boy on the Going Merry, and Sanji gives him some food.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of being all creepy about it. He's like, hey, just eat this. It's going to be delicious.
Yeah,
Just
he
put it
says
in your
it's not
mouth."
poison. The kid's like, yeah, well, if he says it's not poison, it's probably not poison. Just
Yeah.
eats it. Says his name is Tajiro. Tajiro.
Tajio.
Taji. Is
I,
that
had
Tajiro?
I didn't see an R in there. I think it's just Tajio.
Tajio.
Yeah, it's weird.
I wrote it both ways.
And then, but then Sanji starts being creepy to the kid, and I'm like, man, why is he gotta be a simp all the time and annoying? He's really good with kids. He's a good fighter. He's got some good punchlines once in a while. Fucking Sanji, come
Yeah.
on.
No, he's
Fuck.
There's some good background Sanji in these episodes. Just like low budget background images of the crewmates are always a good time.
Chopper asks a reasonable question: if Syrup Village was sweet.
And then Usopp says, no, why would it be? And then everybody starts talking over each other. The kid eventually mentions that he wants to find the all blue.
Yep.
That's why he's on a marine ship, and they got access to stuff or whatever.
He was cooking because he had messed up the head chef's curry, and the head chef was making him cook the curry because he's like, this is the best curry in the fucking Grand Line, and the Marines, all the marine ship captains all come here to eat this curry, so you gotta fucking fix it, bitch. And the child is feeling the pressure.
Mm-hmm. And then when Sanji learns about the all blue thing, he's like, I'll help, kinda.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, really, Sanji, you're going to take the kid back?
He says yes. And then Luffy takes them both to the other ship.
With a gum mooring line.
Yeah. And I really liked, once they get over, they're like hiding in the like dinghy
Yeah.
And then Sanji's like, why did you have to come like with us? He's like, how are you going to get back, idiot? Like,
Yeah, how'd you expect to get back without me?
Luffy just being like, listen, I'm an idiot, but I know my worth.
Then they get into the kitchen and Sanji's checking everything out. And then there's a crash. And then Luffy's in like the pantry. He's got apples in his pants.
Got apples in his pants.
At this point, I was all excited. And I was like, I fucking love that there's actual cooking going on.
Yeah.
It's just great. It's a good time. I wish we had watched this episode before we did our cooking episode.
Have you seen that? I watched one episode. Historian, what's
Is
the
it Food Wars?
Is that the one where the people eat the food and their clothes comes off?
They cook and eat so hard.
Food Wars. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I watched an episode of that.
I know that.
I watched an episode of that with a friend of the show, Casey. And when I read that first chapter of One Piece,
Yeah.
at the time, there was a Food Wars One Piece crossover with Sanji. You just put that whole microphone in your mouth.
I did. Well,
And I can only imagine it's heinous.
I can't even imagine. Oh boy.
Hold on, I need to find just the cover art for that because it is the most sexualized a man has ever been. I think.
Sanji specifically?
Yeah, you get some
Oh
nasty
shit,
Sanji.
we gotta post that on the Twitter. I really I couldn't tell if I thought it was adorable that the child Tajio was incorrectly pronouncing things or if it was just like they were given bad.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He says turmeric.
Yeah.
He's like, put the turmeric in there. And there was something else that they kept pronouncing wrong. I couldn't remember. But they were just making like a nice like little beef curry dish, and it was delicious. It sounded so good. They had some meat in there and some other spices and stuff. It sounded so good. Oh my god. And then throughout the time that Tajio's like trying to cook this dish, every time he's going to like a next step, there's like a moment where he's like, I don't remember what to do here. And then it flashes over to Sanji being like, he should probably be doing this, but I'm not going to tell him right out.
Then he gives him a clue and the kid brain blasts every time.
And then every time the kid brain blasts to like something he remembered the chef telling like the actual chefs and not him, the dishwasher. And then he's like, right. And then the kid does it. And then Sanji's just like, good job, kid.
I like Sanji's whole cooking isn't something that can be taught.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what am I?
It's not something to rush. It's not something to be taught. At one point, Tajio turns on the burner for like the pan he's cooking with, and Sanji just leans forward with his cigarette and lights it and singes his hair. And the kid's like, "Hey, get out of here! You're not supposed to smoke in here while you're doing that." And then Sanji's like, "I singed my hair," and then walks out. And then the kid's like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to turn the burner up that high."
There's a bunch of different stuff like that. He like eats an apple, which reminds the kid to put some apple flakes.
It
in
just
the curry.
Curry looks really fucking delicious. Sanji says bye to the kid.
When he's
after.
stirring it, and it looks like viscous.
Oh, so good. Fuck. Sanji says bye to the kid. He's like, "Oh, see you there." And then right as he leaves, he like finally breaks out into a smile and he goes, "I believe there's an all blue too."
Luffy just takes his ass back to the ship.
Yep.
Oh, meanwhile, Luffy's like running around the ship, dodging Marines poorly, not really doing anything.
Yeah. And then we get back to the ship.
Luffy Looney Tunes smashes him into a wall.
Yeah.
And then Luffy's like, "I'm sorry." And then Sanji goes, "You don't look sorry." He's like, that's why I'm sorry.
And then we see they serve the curry on the Marine ship, and all the Marine captains from the other ships are like, "This is delicious. It's not that thick." And then Tajio's like, "Someday I'll be as good a cook as Sanji." And that's the end of the episode.
Robin's reading again. My theory is it's book 3 of The Rainbow Mist.
Wow.
But she eventually goes back to book 1.
Yeah. Well, she just shows the book.
Yeah, she shows the book to Luffy. But
Maybe she's trying to throw
them.
them off that she's moved on to other books. I don't know.
She's reading this whole... Oh, do you think these are some of the books that the dude forgot, left?
Maybe. I don't think so.
Oh no, she was reading.
She's reading
them.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Episode 134.
Oh, there's a new outro on 133. It's all Robin focused.
Nice.
Chopper and Usopp have matching PJs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it because it just autoplayed to the next episode.
Because you're watching it on the... God, oh my God. Fucking Netflix zooms in so much, you lose like...
For the aspect ratio, shut up.
It's not worth it. What?
It feels the whole screen.
And you miss like a ton of shit, and you get so squanched up, and you see like so much fucked up shit as a result.
It's fine.
Is it like 4:3 the old TV aspect ratio?
It doesn't matter. It's going to be off Netflix in literally a week and a half, and then I'm going to have to be forced to go to Funimation.
Missing the stickers.
It's fine. I'm trying to get through this shit. There are 4 One Piece movies on Netflix right now, by the way.
And we're going to watch all 4 of them.
I'm pretty sure one of them is the Chopper one.
Which we can't watch because doesn't it have Frankie's, the historian said? It has like all of...
Fuck.
It's like a reimagining as if all the other Straw Hats were there before Chopper.
It's not a reimagining. It's kind of like a retelling almost. So any of the episodes are just like kind of retellings, but they're retellings mostly from wherever the series currently is when it came out.
Weird.
So much like Chopper was, telling Robin about Kureha in the present, going to flashbacks. Those are like, you can't watch it because it still takes place in part of the current series.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. What? I'll have to look at it because I feel whatever. Doesn't matter.
Episode 134.
Luffy's bored.
That's a better title than I had.
Sorry, what did you have? Sorry, I
No.
apologize.
No.
I know, I cut you off. What was yours?
Luffy bored.
Sorry, what was yours?
Mine's Firework Trauma, but yours is better.
No, Firework Trauma is very good.
No, I don't like it.
I like
Background MVP is balding polo shirt, man.
That cult leader, man.
Just a dude. I'm going to look like that guy someday, Matt. Be nice.
I'm going to look like that guy soon day.
Luffy complains about rain. Relatable. It's been raining a lot where we live.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Putting the England in New England.
Yeah. Putting the water in my basement.
Woo! Luffy asks about Robin's book, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Luffy's interested in a book?
Is that bored? Oh my god. There's been no
Filler.
reason for us to think this is surprising.
Filler.
Filler. Book. Whoa.
Book lady.
She went
Was
back
Robin book lady all along?
Oh my god.
What if Robin...
If you look at Book Lady, she's just made of hands.
What if... What if book lady was Robin's mother?
Could Robin cover herself in enough hands to... Is it... Or just any body parts? Could she just make herself a bigger version of herself by expanding... Or she can't make bigger limbs, but she can make enough limbs.
She can make bigger boobs, right? Bigger boobs, bigger butt.
I don't know if bigger boobs
bigger head,
I don't know if bigger boobs is possible
bigger
in
arms,
this world.
torso, or is it just limbs?
You know the second Wreck-It Ralph movie when there's a big Wreck-It Ralph made of little Wreck-It Ralphs?
Yeah.
I bet she could do that. Does she do that? Does she make a mech suit out of her flesh?
I did see a spoiler at one point of them all joining together in a weird mech suit where like each of the Straw Hats is like a limb on the body. And then I'm pretty sure Robin didn't join in. This is definitely a spoiler I saw.
She'd be good at connecting all the different, like holding them all together with her
I
hands.
think she was supposed to be like an arm and she just didn't do it. You must have seen that. It was with the character fucking Frankie, who I don't know who that is, but Frankie was like the middle of the body, and then I think Usopp was like another arm, and then someone was a leg.
The historian has forgotten more One Piece than we know.
Well, you guys like force actual knowledge out of my brain when I listen to you speak sometimes.
We just want to know if Robin can mech suit herself.
Yeah.
She is capable of a lot of cool things. I know you were talking about bigger boobs, bigger butt. I don't know if that's one of them. But Mike, you had briefly mentioned, can she make larger like replications.
Yeah.
Which she starts to use her powers in different ways later on in the series.
She's like, look at big hand.
I just want to clarify. I didn't mean like bigger boobs, bigger butt in like a sexual way. I just meant like, can she expand her whole body out bigger, including her boobs, butt, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, all those things. We don't have to discuss this more. We can move on.
You're the one who brought
Man, the
to
things I
this.
would do with her powers that would
Like weird, fucking creepy shit.
yeah. I definitely like joined a circus.
Hell yeah.
But like hypothetically, I'm Robin. You're like being intimate with your partner. You unbutton. You reveal chest. No nipples. Eyeballs. But then like 100 eyeballs,
What
like
if-
honeycomb style.
What if you made a bed of an eyeball?
Just all eyeballs. Would she feel that? Would that hurt? If she made eyeballs in a wall and you poked her wall ball, would it hurt her?
Or wall ball?
I'm trying to think if it's ever confirmed or not. I think she can feel the extensions. I'm assuming.
Could she make a prison of her extra limbs she makes? Like
Yes.
if she Oh, that shit's fucked up. I can't wait to see
I
that.
mean,
Did they talk about her range?
Luffy can make like fucking finger net. She can do
Yeah.
the same thing with just interlocking arms.
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
Does she have a range?
I don't know if that's been.
Okay.
I think
Established.
I want to say they talk about it in Water 7. I don't. Something is ringing a bell about her, being limited by a certain distance for like eavesdropping purposes.
Interesting.
There's a good in that outro with her. It shows her like tap Nami awake because she sees a bunch of falling stars, and then she like just knocks all the boys out of their beds with her hands. I would use it to make a butt appear, and I would fart out of it. The little butt would appear out of a wall and just be.
What if you made a butt appear and you pooped?
That'd be great. Oh my god.
Like if you went to the top of a muddy hill.
But what if you confuse the penis or the butt on you, like whatever you're expelling excrement from, with the one that's still attached to you, and you accidentally poop yourself?
So one time I read this short story called "Pounding in the Butt" by my own butt.
I am so. What? Wait, hold on. What?
heard this before.
What episode number is this?
130.
we still are-
No.
this-
What podcast episode number?
Technically, well, it's regular episode 23, but I think it's technically 25.
I'm
We're
so
almost at half a year.
genuinely surprised it took 25 episodes for Chuck Tingle to be brought
Yeah,
into
fucking
this.
Chuck Tingle pounding in the butt by my own butt. It's great. It's this guy. He ends up like creating in a laboratory like a sentient butt of his own butt with wings, and then like goes on dates with it, and ends up getting pounded in the butt by his own butt.
You've told me about this at least twice since we've met. And I can't be like, no, Matt, I already know that story, because there's somebody listening who's like, I want to know about a butt getting pounded by my own butt.
Pounded in the butt by my own butt by Chuck Tingle. Do you think that Robin could... This is not me trying to sexualize Robin in any way. This is purely scientific. Could Robin...
If there's one
get
character
pounded in the
so
butt by her
far
own butt?
who's okay to be like sexually curious about, it's Robin and Smoker.
That's fair. Do you think Luffy could get pounded in the butt by his own butt?
I'm sure he could find a way.
Yeah, he's gum. But that's fucked up because he's a minor.
Yes.
So no one...
After
talk
the
about
time
that.
skip,
Then we can talk about it.
right now, Robin could do some crazy things.
Purely scientific. Anyway, so,
She
Luffy's
could-
bored.
She could make 100 armpits, and then, not in a sexual
Yeah.
way, and then 100 hands for each armpit, and then just
You can tickle
fold them on
yourself.
her,
Oh.
and then make a bunch of armpit farts.
That's even funnier.
Do you know how upsetting that would be to walk into a room? I don't care who you are. You're a crocodile, and you'd be like, I'm going to take over the world. Grr. And then she's just standing there, and he's like, what are all these armpits for? And then she just goes, and it's just a loud blasting sound.
Shoots him out of the
Shatters
room.
all the glass. Like, what happened? Crocodile. That she should have done that to win over Luffy.
Do you think she can tickle herself?
I can tickle myself sometimes.
Oh. Anyway,
It's not fun.
Luffy's interested in a book.
She does like tickling people.
Chopper-
It's so fucked up.
Chopper's just standing there holding the helm.
It's very cute.
Very cute. They arrive on an island and there's a strange small child. And they learn that today is the fireworks festival. The annual fireworks festival.
Strange small child? What?
Yeah, for a second they show like the little girl Kodama or whatever, like at a grave. And she's like, today's the day. And then it cuts to them like in town.
I thought you were like saying they meet her.
No, it's
Oh,
just like
okay.
it's like they get to the island, they show her being like today's the day and like weird shadowy light, and then it just cuts to them in the village being like, it's a fireworks festival today.
Yeah.
Wow.
They sneak on and they leave Zoro with the ship and they're like, make sure nothing happens to it. And he's like, yep. Full fucking dab mode.
There's an old man and a little girl who make there's two guys who are like, you here for the fireworks festival today?
It's been going for 400 years. We're part of the Chamber of Commerce here.
Yeah, we're the welcoming villagers that aren't definitely not foreboding cult members.
I don't. They're not creepy until they're like, should we tell them what happened last year? They're just like very friendly.
They're very friendly, but then like as soon as they start learning, like the Straw Hats are like asking about the fireworks festival, they're like, should we tell them?
After Usopp yells, "Oh, I could go get some gunpowder. That's what we need," and then
Yeah.
fucks off.
He fucks off to go get some gunpowder from the old man and little girl who run the fireworks factory up on the hill.
Yeah. Usopp runs up there. He meets Boss Odama.
Odama, who also has a granddaughter named Kodama.
Granddaughter of Odama.
The man who
Do you know what
he does child abuse
Do
to
you know
his
what her
granddaughter.
dad's name is? Dodama.
Dodama.
Do you know what her mom's name is?
Modama?
Madama.
That's like Madonna.
Yeah.
She didn't die like a virgin.
No.
Blown up for the the last time.
I think she's on tour right now.
Anyway, the old man tells Usopp that he's not going to help give him any gunpowder and he's stupid and a novice, but then he's like, get to work, go help her.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm not going to do that. And then he does that.
Yeah. And then little girl who's working with Usopp is like, a firework is never truly finished until it blossoms in the sky.
Very wise.
Which is very wise. And then she's like, look at this big motherfucker.
I could nuke a city with this bitch.
There's a fucking firework. It's a 200 gauge firework, she keeps
I'm
saying.
going to destroy the Grand Line.
I'm going to destroy the entire city of Alubarna with this firework.
I was commissioned by a man named Mr. C, or whatever the fuck his name was. A crocagator, and wanted me to murder thousands of people.
Yep.
I'm the One Piece. That's the One Piece.
I'm the one who knocks. Anyway, this little girl is showing off fireworks, and then she shows this enormous fucking firework that is the size of the bomb from fucking Alabasta that Pell flew into the sky.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is my mom and dad's like dream is to set off these 200 gauge fireworks like our family did ages ago."
2,000 gauge.
Yeah. And then she's like, sadly, last year we tried and my parents both died.
Yeah. I'm doing okay though.
Yeah, there's definitely no trauma at all. I'm just continuing to set off fireworks, the thing that murdered my parents.
I want to die like mommy and daddy.
You'd think she'd never want to be around fireworks again. After
You
last
would
year.
think, but trauma does a funny thing to a person.
And she's like, I got a plan to launch this big boy tonight.
Usopp threatens to red rat. I wrote that Usopp is a really good person to help with this because of how explosion proof he is.
Yes.
He's like, he could have been in that explosion and walked out. Like, he's like, well, your parents died, but I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh God. And then basically
Usopp's your daddy now.
Yeah. The firing crew shows up to help with the fireworks, and the grandfather Kodama's like, "Hey, you're not launching that big firework." And the girl's like, "But but and
You
he's
know,
like,
talk about your
"No."
favorite character.
Yeah.
The launch team guy who's just like, I'm
Oh.
sorry, Kadama.
It's like, oh, Kadama. What? There's this one random generic-looking man on the launch crew.
and he talks like his like mouth like half like splits his head.
Yeah.
So it's probably worth noting there's like
Grandpa looks like Umaga.
Yeah, he's got like a whole like kabuki mask kind of like thing going on with like face paint and stuff. If you look up E Honda from Street Fighter 2, he's got that face paint.
Yeah.
And then Kodama just has like some little battle scar face paint things under her eyes, and she's just looks like a Koina.
Yep.
Just like there's a type of little girl, and it's just Koina brand.
Yep. And then like the launch crew are all just generic looking background characters wearing gray.
Yeah.
But one of them talks in the most monotone voice, and he's like, "Sorry, Kodama." And then she runs away, and he goes, "Kodama, wait." No, don't do that, please. So then she runs to her parents' graves, and she's sad and talking about and it's raining. And she's like, I just wanted to stop raining so I could set off the fireworks and do this. And then Usopp just starts doing the voices of her dead parents.
He just does a different voice, which I guess sounds just like her dad.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, Kodama. Don't be sad. We're dead, but that's okay.
I'm in heaven now.
Yeah. And someday you'll be here too.
He just broke the historian with that one.
He's just like doing a voice and just being like, hey, if I make it stop raining, will you promise not to set off that big firework in our names? You don't have to do it to remember your parents. It's fine. We still love you. And then the little girl.
Just don't die.
Just don't die. And the little girl's just like, okay, Dad.
And then runs off. And then Usopp's like, I'm Usopp the Angel. And she's like, you're full of shit.
Yeah. Well, before that even happens, Usopp just like stares to the sky and holds his arms out, and then it stops raining. He holds his arms in the sky and it stops raining. And then she's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Usopp the Angel. It's like, Usopp, you fucking piece of shit. We cut to everyone watching fireworks as the little girl and the launch crew are setting them all off. And then we see Usopp. We flash back to the factory, and the old man, Odama's like, can't believe that crazy novice man figured out the big firework, that these convenient smokestack that fits these giant fireworks was gonna fucking make my shit pop off.
I didn't really listen to that. I just looked at my phone for a second. I don't know. Was that anything?
It wasn't really anything. It was just me
talking about the tower, and Usopp makes a wheel.
Yeah,
pulley.
Usopp makes a thing to like move the 2,000 gauge shell into the tower.
There's a whole fireworks show.
He shoots off.
And then Usopp shoots off his firework, and it's completely impotent.
Like, pew. And then the old man's like, here we go. And then they launch off the big one, and it just blows up the whole sky.
Yeah. I really like him like lighting it and then just leaping off this tower. Yeah. It's a really good little animation.
And then it blows up, and then the old man's like, wow, that was we did it. We did it. And then Usopp's like, so can I have gunpowder?
He's like, I don't know, you might be a pirate, but okay.
Take as much as you want. And that's the end of the episode.
What we find out that they needed it for.
Yes.
It's not.
Cut to the next episode.
I wish it just hard cut to this episode of them blowing up rocks.
Yeah.
But
later on in episode 135.
Episode titled Dick. Background MVP Dick. It's a Dick episode.
There's a lot of dick in this episode.
It's a background episode about Zoro. This is Zoro's episode.
We're on a cowboy island in the past.
Yep.
And someone's going,
three years in the past, several years?
A few years. When Zoro was probably like, what, 15?
Yeah. Just a spry 15-year-old trained master swordsman.
Yep. Someone's going,
yeah, there's a lot of like hard, like heavy inking in this episode with the way they drew, which was really interesting. I don't know. It just looked like stylistically.
Maybe it was because it's in the past, so they're trying to make it look a little
more dramatic.
But
we see a younger Johnny and Yasuko. Yasuko looks like Kurt Cobain.
He does. Johnny's got a red mohawk. What?
Nothing.
Were you gonna make a bad joke?
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like Kurt Cobain before he got Bellamir'd. Was that too soon?
I mean, it's fine.
It's been like 30 years, right?
I mean, if you made that joke like when this show came out, it might have been
rough,
a little soon-ish, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
it sucks. Mental health is a rough thing. Go see specialists.
Everyone, take care of yourselves out there. We love you,
please. Johnny just has a mohawk, cool street punk style. And there's some creepy dudes at a table.
They're licking their beer.
Yeah, he's like lapping up his beer. He looks like a weird. I don't know. He looks like a Bigfoot.
A little bit.
He looks a little bit like a Bigfoot.
And then Zorro appears.
Whoa! Wearing a nice shirt. A tattered nice shirt.
And not his regular sword.
No.
And he sits down at the bar and he asks for some food. He says, I ain't got any money, but I will when I collect that bounty on that table back there.
And he's like, whoa. And then he does. He kills him instantly.
Kills a guy whose name is Balls.
Johnny and Yasuko. It's Billy.
His name's Balls. It's fine.
Anyway. I'm the fearsome outlaw. I'm worth $5 million. What's your name? Billy.
Billy.
What's your brother's name?
Dick. I can hear all of that.
It's Dick.
It's Dick.
Johnny and Yasuko tell Zoro to fuck off, so Zoro gives them the bounty. And they get $5 million, and he just wants them to pay for his lunch.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that I feel like it's weird that they just look at a person and they're like, the pirate hunter's supposed to have 3 swords and look like a demon. This guy only has 1 sword and just looks like a regular guy.
He doesn't look anything like a demon.
He's definitely not the pirate hunter.
Can't be him. Sure, he just deflected a 500-pound man with 1 arm.
And not even a full sword.
Not even a full sword.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, Johnny talks about why he became a bounty hunter, because bounty hunters are cool, basically. And defended people.
Pretty much. And then we see him.
Dick the Bandit is attacking.
The $10 million Dick.
Dick, wanted dead or alive. Dick blows a lot of stuff up with his huge pistol. Mm-hmm. He's a pistol Dick.
Yeah, he must have eaten the Dick fruit.
The Dick fruit. And then who shows up to fight Dick but Harry?
Harry versus Dick.
Harry versus Dick. Dick is not a child. Dick is a big man wearing like a wrestling leotard thing with knee pads. He's very large, and his hair looks like teeth.
Yep.
And then Harry is a child. That's his whole feature.
He's a child, and he's carrying a mallet and a little pole saw.
Yeah. Harry doesn't do great against Dick.
No, he lost by a hair.
Johnny and Yasuko step in and find out that Dick is Billy's brother. Dick and Billy.
Dick and Balls.
Billy Dick.
Billy Dick. Dick Balls.
Billy Dick.
Big Johnny wants to show the kid that he can stand up to bad guys, and that he and Yasaku, whatever, however you say it. Yosaku. Big Johnny and Yosaku are champions of justice. So they're going to try to stand up to him. Flash over to Zoro. He goes back to this sword guy who's been fixing up his 1 sword. And Zoro had broken his other 2 swords by using them too roughly.
Yeah. Because Zoro's getting stronger, but the swords aren't.
Exactly.
He's got to learn how to control his strength.
Flashback to Kawina.
Oh, that one time I was too strong and she fell down the stairs.
That's exactly. It wasn't his fault she fell down the stairs.
Or was it?
Do you think she was thinking about Zoro when she fell down the stairs?
Maybe. There were no stairs.
It was
Zorro
merely,
the whole time.
Merely amnesia fruit.
Stare fruit.
Stare amnesia fruit. The amnesia stare fruit. Anyway, Dick the mountain whale
Pounds Johnny and Yasuko.
Pounding Johnny and Yasuko down in the ground for messing up their billy balls.
Mm-hmm. And then Zorro shows up. And do you know what Zorro does, Matt? Zorro kills a bunch of guys with swords.
With
effortlessly.
Swords? Yes. Once again.
It's
what a great
incredible.
Man. What a great man. We love him.
And then Dick sticks his big old gun in Zorro's face. And as there's an explosion in the flashback, we cut to present day. And Usopp and everybody else are just crowded around a cannon blowing up rocks. Which they always do when Zorro's sleeping, I guess. And they're all just like, yeah, yes, this is the best thing ever. You see that shit? Which I get. I mean, if I just was on a pirate crew and was like, fucking, we got let's just blow some shit up.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to do it.
And that's basically all that happens in
Robin tries to give Zorro a jacket, and he's just like, I don't need it. And she's like, oh, you are so tough. Oh, my God. And then just walks away. She's like, oh, big scary man.
Yeah. And then we flash back to...
And she's on to volume 5.
5. Oh, she's cruising.
Rainbow Mist.
And then we flash back to the past, and we see that Harry splashes water all over Dick.
He gets Dick wet.
And then Zorro kills Dick.
Zorro killed Dick. Zorro really stabbed that Dick.
Yep.
Really,
there's a lot of Dick play.
Yeah.
That happens.
He circumcised that Dick.
And there's some guys not wearing pants. We didn't mention that earlier. There's some guys.
There's a lot of guys on his crew aren't wearing pants.
There's a guy on Dick's crew that don't wear pants.
He's not wearing pants.
Do you think they're called the Dick Pirates?
I don't think they're pirates. I think they're bandits.
The Dick Bandits?
The Dirty Dick Bandits.
Dick the Mountain Whale and the Dick Pirates.
That's all that happens there.
I mean, yeah, basically that, and then like Zorro's like chilling, and then Johnny and Yosuku are like, hey, you're the pirate bounty hunter. Can we hang with you?
Oh yeah, it is. He does just get 3 swords.
Yeah,
at that point, and they're like, "It was him! Oh my God!"
Yeah, he.
It's like then he puts all the swords down, and they're like, "Where'd he go?
What happened?" But then at the end, they're like, "Hey, can we like hang with you for a bit?" And Zorro's like, "I guess that's fine." And then they're just like, "Big bro!"
Yeah.
And then they're friends, and that's it.
That's it.
Bunch of filler. Bunch of great filler.
It's a good time.
It's
They're not bad.
A good filler time.
It feels better to have filler right now where it's like this downtime rather than like a random filler leading up to monumental things.
Yeah.
Like, just like have a bunch of slice of life chunks.
Yeah. I don't know if we have any.
We don't have any.
We don't have any emails today, which is a little sad, but that's okay.
That's all right.
That's okay.
It's just that our listeners are slacking.
Well,
I don't think they love us.
I think they love us very much.
I think if they loved us, they would have gotten us more emails.
I think they're waiting for us to release the cooking episode because now it's in the can, and they're like,
it's coming eventually.
What did you draw there?
I just drew a hand.
Is it a dick?
No, I don't want to draw it. I could draw a dick.
Can you draw what you think Zorro's dick looks like?
It's gonna be 3. There's gonna be 3 of them.
3 swords. Three sword style.
It's like his whole brand.
Well, it's probably like his. Do you think Zorro's dick and his balls are all the same? So it's like 1, 2, 3.
He's got really long balls.
Yeah.
Like they're all on the same plane.
Yeah.
Maybe. I bet it's pretty. I mean, again, fuck. It's gotta smell nasty.
Because he doesn't shower. He doesn't shower.
And he exercises all the time.
Yeah.
And all that sweat's just going straight to the grundle zone.
In the sea air, in like the, Yeah. And the blood. There's probably blood from everyone he's killed all over him. All that sand from Alabasta.
I don't know why this popped in my head. I want to see the lighthouse recreated with Zorro and Sanji. I mean, it should be Redford's.
Who's Willem Dafoe?
I think Zorro is. I just want the image of Zorro just nude and just
Zorro just nude at the top of the lighthouse, like in the light, like oh,
but it's not a light. It's just some swords,
and then just spinning, and then Sanji's like right under the grate, just getting like jizz like poured on top of his face.
Sanji trying to throw the shit into off the cliff, and it just comes back and hits him in the face.
Just Sanji like kicking a seagull over and
You
over.
spilled your beans, Sanji. You spilled your beans. My name was Sanji too. This is the weirdest spoilers for the lighthouse. So remember that time that Sanji would fuck a weird mermaid?
He would. He would. Man, you should draw that.
Historian? Does Sanji fuck a mermaid? We gotta see mermaids.
I feel like I've seen kind of spoilers where someone turns into a mermaid or something like that.
No, Matt, you're just on the fan art side of Twitter.
Whatever.
Sanji wishes so badly that he could fuck a mermaid.
Sanji's had
that
sex,
it
right?
is. I highly doubt that.
He's a line cook.
Sanji trying to fuck a mermaid is like, unfortunately, like kind of an important plot point in the later arc.
I keep predicting shit. What was the other thing Zorro. The idea of Zorro getting a mansion and just using a corner of it and not knowing how to find a bathroom, so he just shits in a bucket.
The Zorro in a mansion arc, yeah.
He just sits in a bucket in one corner and then like throws his swords in another corner.
He would find like a broom closet and be like, "That's the bad room."
Yeah,
and he'd be like, "Do you mean bathroom?" He's like, "No,
no, the bad.
Don't go in there.
That's the bad room." Do you think that I can't remember that woman's name who was in the cooking competition with Sanji? Mm-hmm. Do you think she like groomed him like Katsuragi Masato?
Maybe.
Do you think
they have sex?
Did Sanji and that woman who they did the cooking competition for the giant bluefin tuna?
I'm
elephant
convinced
bluefin
that
tuna?
if Sanji ever even held hands with a woman, he would black out from contact. Like he.
But if that's true, because he's in love with Zorro.
But he's only in passion with women.
Yes, exactly. He
loves the
lust.
idea of women, but he loves Zorro.
He has lust for women, but he feels a sense of peace and home and love for Zorro.
That's why he's so angry at him all the time.
Or Nora. I hope it just develops. I hope it's not just us bringing things from them, like washing dishes together, and it's like...
I don't know. I mean, it seems like the filler episodes are the ones that really push that.
Yeah.
And then, like, the not filler stuff doesn't address it as much.
We'll see.
So I wonder if it's, like, the teams making...
the animation team are like, please.
Come on, Oda.
Just let us give us this. Just give us this little bit.
That's all we want. Next week we're watching what?
Yeah, what are we watching next week?
I think the next 3 episodes, right?
Help.
I think I'm remembering that right. It's episode. I'm saying episode 136, 137, 138.
It is 3 episodes starting with 136.
All right.
Yo, I remembered.
Do you want to know the
3
name?
episodes.
Do you want to know the
Go
name?
Team
Yeah.
Venture.
Bring it.
It's the Goat Island arc.
Goat Island.
Goat Island, the greatest of all time arc. This is gonna be the best arc in the entire
Island
anime.
Arc. You guys are either gonna love this or absolutely
fucking hate it. Can you give us like a quick synopsis of what we're in for?
Sanji fucks a goat.
I really like.
Wait, can we do predictions and you can tell us who's
I
closer?
gave you mine.
What was yours again, Matt?
Sanji fucks a goat, and he thinks it's Nami.
Okay, and Matt, your prediction?
I think it's Chopper befriends a goat. That's what I think it is.
Oh, okay, I think you won.
That's like, I mean, Chopper can speak to other animals.
Oh, he did help the Escar.
Chopper is like a translation service throughout this entire series.
Nice.
Amazing.
Do you think Chopper wanted to kiss Eyelash? Cat purring.
No.
Can you give us a little more cat purring? I just turned you up.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Nice. Someone will like that a lot.
What were we talking about?
I was saying I think Chopper wanted to kiss Eyelash and or Scissors the crab.
I think he got Scissors to agree to help by like fulfilling Scissors' weird bondage fetish because he like hooks Scissors' mouth on both sides and like pulls his face up into a grimace.
Like a part of the
I
family.
think Chopper's absolutely the least sexual
yeah, for sure.
thing in this show.
Absolutely.
Thank God.
I mean, no, I think he's the second least sexual thing in this show. Luffy's definitely the least sexual thing in this show.
That's true. Yeah.
Ba-da. Oh, there's no transponder snail messages.
Yeah, why is this one going off? Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Ba-da. Ow.
I gotta kill it. Ba-da.
Also, I didn't do math this week.
Actually hurt my hand.
I don't know how many episodes it's been since the Buggy watch.
Buggy! Sorry, that was me doing a Buggy impression.
I think it was the last one was 68, so it's now up to 73.
Do you remember that time?
That's my guesstimation. It's been 73 episodes since Buggy. What were you saying?
Do you remember that time that Dr. Hirlook was celebrating his birthday with his daughter, who fixed his watch for him for his birthday, and then a spore outbreak happened, and then he ran to try to get away from it with him and his brother Tommy and
Tommy Hirlook
and Dr. Hirlook. They ran into the Marines, and the Marines shot at him, but they only killed his daughter. And then 20 years later, after the epidemic of all the spores infected people, he found Dr. Anthony Chopper, who was just a simple little deer with a sandwich in his backpack, and found out he was immune because he's a deer.
And then he transported Dr. Anthony Chopper.
I would shit myself.
way.
I would shit myself if we see this live action Netflix thing and Pedro Pascal plays Dr. Hirlook.
That's not going to happen, but that would be awesome. Oh my God, that would be so good. I just finished the first Last of Us game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's good. I had a good time. I was going to say a spoiler that I thought happened at the end of the game, but it didn't. So anyway, I'm not going to say it. So if you want to hear about that, you can send us an email at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com. And yeah. Also,
could I say something about the second game?
Sure.
It happens at the beginning.
I mean, I'm pretty
to
sure.
Dr. Hirlook.
Yeah. See, I thought that
With
happened.
A golf club.
I thought that happens at the end of the first game.
No. No.
I know that happens.
It is sad.
But
Joel had it coming.
it's for the best. Sorry, spoilers for everyone who's watching The Last of Us and doesn't know how
The
Joel's,
game came out 10 years ago.
Doesn't know
Feels like 20 years
Joel's
ago.
fate.
He's fine. He's doing great.
He's doing great. Anyway, love you all very much. Thank you for listening to the Fun Piece Podcast. Send us an email. Respond to us. Send us a transponder snail.
You send us a transponder snail, we'll send you a responder snail.
Ooh, here on the open airwaves. We'll be back next week with the Goat Island arc.
Yeah.
And
find us on all the socials at Funpiece Podcasts, funpiecepodcast@gmail.com.
YouTube. Eventually, the cooking episode will go up.
We'll let you know.
We'll let everyone know.
Follow us on Twitter. I'll get better at remembering to tweet.
Do it. We'll make a Discord at some point. We love you all.
Bop, bop, bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
I thought this would squeak more. This is a straw.
Well, What?
Is it a bong?
An hour 30, not bad. Bye.